Hi, I'm On and welcome back to Don't Take the Box. Today we have for you this month's upgrade box, and this month is July 2021. As always, you get the first few. In grey. Let's first pull out the stuff underneath. And it's quite a lot of stuff. First of all, this month's battle post, which we will not look into because it will contain some spoilers. This month's stickers in pink, which I really like. And this month's artwork by Milk to Art. Cute. Ooh, and we get Manga paper. Bristol, 20 sheets, 250 GSM, quite heavy. Of course, an A5 size because that's the biggest that will fit in here. And I think this is a serious clue as to what we will find inside. I think it's going to be markers. I think. Or something else ink related. Because manga usually is ink stuff. Let's open it up. Alright, so we did get some markers and quite a few ones as well, quite different ones as well. First of all, the only non-marker in here is a high-grade Bronzeo HB pencil. Very standard. Then we have a Pigma Sensei 0.4. I think. Ooh, it's quite fine. With what looks like a plastic nib. Very nice. Then we have two Pentouch Golds. I don't know if it's the intention that I get two gold one. Maybe I will have to check the supplies to see. But it's kind of weird that they would send us two of the exact same thing. Then we have two Sharpie S notes. Ooh, so these are more like highlighter markers and not like regular. And then we'll have the green one. So not like the Sharpies that we know and love. And then lastly, Tombow EBT Pro alcohol-based markers, which I have gotten before, but I think it was in the scroller box a few months back. Although not in these colors, so these will make a great addition to the ones I already have. Let's get swatching. First of all, let's check out this pencil. nice clean line. I don't really see why it's so high grade, as they need to mention it in the description of the pencil. But it feels nice to work with. It really glides over the paper quite smoothly. And it's both dark and soft. A little softer than I would anticipate from an HB, so I'm quite happy. Next we have the Sakura Pigma Sensei. Not a lot of line width variation, but I think that's quite normal for a plastic nib. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I mean, it works nice enough, but it's not spectacular. Nothing that makes it stand out towards the pens that I already have. Next we have the Sharpie S notes. I'm quite curious about these because I already have a lot of Sharpies that I really like, but no Sharpie S notes. The color is quite nice, but I do think that the color strength is not spectacular. And I must say, I feel the same about the pink. The color is quite nice, but the color strength is somewhat lacking. Then we have the Pentouch, which I think... Ooh. It is one of those that you need to prep a little bit first. Ooh. That's the thicket. Like most paint markers, it does not run over the page as smooth as a regular marker, but it is very juicy. And very opaque. So I'm quite happy with that. And then lastly, our Tombow markers. I'm always sad that they don't come with a color name, just with a number. So I'll maybe leave it to Comment Cat to find some names for these. Like the other markers that I had, very smooth, lovely to layer, which is a bit the thing with alcohol-based markers. Love the nibs as well. The brush nib is not as flexible as you might anticipate from something called a brush nib. But it does its job, and it works both in a fine line and a broad stroke. And then lastly, a palish blue purplish color. And there we go. Quite a lot of different things to work with this month. So let's take a minute to consider what we will draw, and then let's get right to it. This month's battle topic is your galaxy. Some final thoughts. First of all, very, very, very happy and impressed with the paper that we got. Despite all the layering and constant working and blending I did, it didn't move an inch. As in, it didn't show any sign of being worked on so hard. So I'm very, very happy with that. Secondly, of course, I already know the Tombow markers a little bit, and though again I did not get a color palette that I'm particularly drawn to, they worked quite well, and I think I did a better job than last time in blending them and getting an even color, although I must say it still was not easy for me, which goes to show that I still have a lot of practice ahead of me. The S-Note Sharpies, I don't know what to think of them. I mean, I like the colors. Pink and green are two of my favorite colors, so obviously I'm quite happy with that. But I don't really see what they do in this box. They did not work well with the alcohol markers, as these are water-based. And also they don't layer well, and it's very, very hard to get an even coat with them. So I will probably not be using them in any artsy way again, and just stash them with the other highlighters in my inventory. The pencil was nothing out of the ordinary, it just worked. But lastly, no, not lastly, the two other items that we still had were the Pentouch Gold, which I'm very, very, very impressed with. It worked really well. I already have some metallic paint markers, and I must say this worked better than any of the others that I have. So it will be definitely high on my favorites list for the next few months, I think. And lastly, the Pigma Sensei marker. I'm a little unhappy with how small the tip is. I think I could have used a bigger and bolder tip for this particular piece, or to go with the items in this particular box. But I must say that the ink is so black and the pen is so juicy and smooth that it was really a joy to work with. So all in all, very happy with this box. I mean, 2 items that did not work as well as could have been hoped for is really not a bad score. And since I have nothing else to add, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. Leave a comment as to what we can improve if you didn't. And I hope to see you next week. Bye!